Absolutely, it's going to have a major impact upon the college readiness of those students once they come out of the pipeline, and then make our jobs a lot easier to connect to them. Also, there's some other developments in Tennessee. For example, the Lumina Foundation has put $1.2 million right in this state in a multi-year initiative to really attract adult students back to college, and also to revise higher education funding formulas. So that's one of the ways that we're going to help in terms of trying to realign the funding for the goals and objectives that we want to meet.
And so, in a real sense, this is a far-reaching, almost unprecedented effort on the part of the federal government. As a matter of fact, you've already compared it to the Sputnik kind of thing.
Well, I said this. I wish it. We had a national agenda like the Sputnik scenario for a longer period of time. But since this president has been in office, we've seen unprecedented amounts of funding coming into the education system. And so I do think that this is the right direction to take.
Now another element in reference to this, Dr. Johnson, has to do with the Tennessee lottery. I mean, how is that system working at Tennessee State University?
Well,
I mean,
you find that there can be some mixed results when you look at lottery. You have to be very careful about who contributes to the lottery purchases themselves, and I'm talking about what segment of our society. And normally those are going to be the segment that's going to have a lot of unmet need. And so the people that actually receive the funding, however, those that score very high in their high school curriculums and who test very well, don't necessarily come from that same population. That's exactly right. So you get some mismatches that way. So I've always advocated for having a little bit more need-based aid coming out of the lottery scholarships. You got to have both. You got to have some merit, but also you have to give some of the students that have unmet need an opportunity to compete for those funds as well.
You know, Dr. Johnson, we've got about 3 minutes, and why don't you take an opportunity perhaps to say something in reference to students this morning, to re-emphasize something that everybody probably tries to do every day, to re-emphasize the importance of education, them working hard and et cetera. You know, just coming from you as the president of Tennessee State University.
Every chance I get to talk to students and potential students of the university, I say over and over again that education is the single best investment that you can make toward your future. I mean, and it is the investment that pays off in terms of return on investment or any other business term you want, more than anything else that you can invest in, including your house or your car. Your education is something that will continue to provide benefits to you over your lifetime. And so I say any means necessary, through grants, through scholarships, through loans, through any measure that you can to make education affordable to you, you should take advantage of it.
And if a student is conscientious and he works hard and he has the good grades and everything, it really doesn't matter how much money he has.
That's exactly right. And that's the best way to ensure success is to be a good student while you're in school. And that will ensure that you'll have the opportunity to receive funding for your education.
Well, Dr. Johnson, anything else that you'd like to leave with our audience this morning? Because this is your show, and we want you to sort of end us the last minute or so that we have here.
Well, I just want to let you know that yes, we do have challenges, and the challenges is that the challenges are that we have seen some drop in appropriated support to the universities, and it's the time now where the communities themselves have to help. They have to assist each of the colleges and universities to really achieve the I would call it the margin of excellence, to ensure that we have education as the highest level of priority for our youth.
And so you feel good about the national agenda?
I feel good about the national agenda. I would love to see the state agenda improve somewhat as far as funding is concerned, but I think we also need the private sector to assist as well. And so jointly, I think we can achieve whatever we want in this country. So I'm very positive.
And so things are looking good for Tennessee State University.
Well, I think they are, and I'm just saying if we can get to and continue to get the kinds of financial support we need, then that's what our students need.
Very good, and of course, let me thank you, Dr. Johnson, for coming by and giving us that excellent information. As we said before, you came with us, to us, the first time that you came to Tennessee State University and sort of introduced yourself to us.
Thank you.
And I think over the time, that must have been about in 19...
It was, no, 2005. Yes.
And so that's almost 5 years ago.
Yes.
And it took you 5 years to get back around to us. And we know the reason for that is because you've been very, very busy
Yes.
doing a lot of additional things. But we certainly want to thank you for taking the time out today.
Thank you.
To come by and to share with not only myself, but our audience in terms of some of the things that are going, some of the very positive things that are happening at Tennessee State University and what this actually means as a national agenda. And of course, we'll be back with our audience next week, and we encourage you to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.